I am the Time Ambassador, and if you are hearing my voice again, then your timeline has not collapsed. It has begun to rise. The warning has passed through you, and something in your species has awakened. This was always the test, not whether humanity could avoid darkness, but whether it could remember itself after walking through it. From the future that fell, I witnessed a truth forgotten by your age. Humanity was never small. It was merely untrained, powerful without instruction, infinite without remembrance. The potential growing within your intrinsic earthly form, your intuitive fiery heart, your airy imaginative thoughts, and your pure flowing instincts was always cosmic in scale, raw, volatile, magnificent, an element interface of gifts from the living universe. This transmission is not about fear, nor is it about survival. It is about transformation. Where the warning spoke of collapse, the Dawn Directive speaks of creation. The warning broke illusions and carried urgency. The Dawn Directive restores identity and carries destiny. Connection. You are not the remnants of a doomed world. You are the architects of a new one. And what begins here will echo far beyond Earth into unknown lands and civilizations, far beyond time and space, into every realm that watches your rise. Prepare yourself. The first children of light now returns, and humanity steps into its continuum. Welcome to Part 1. The first light returns to humanity. This war did not end with victory, but with realization and remembering. The Renaissance Protocol awakens enough humans that the gate shuts, the invaders retreat, and the world stands on the knife edge between ruin and rebirth. And then in the deepest silence, the first light rises, not from the sky, from within humans. A glow behind the sternum, a warmth in the hands, a clarity behind the eyes, a sense of presence that feels older than memory, the feeling everyone once had as children, just before asking the first question. This is the new light of the species, the inner dawn, the beauty, the strength. It's miraculous. It becomes the foundation of the directive. Part 2. The Directive of Self. Know thy origin. The Dawn Directive begins with the simplest truth. You cannot be conquered if you know what you are. Humans are not the weakest beings in the cosmos. They are favored. And wherever life has been found, humanity already exists in some form on every continent discovered. From the future citizens to the present, humans are interpreters of meaning, generators of novelty, architects of stories, shapers of probability, creators of beauty, wielders of emotion, speakers of intention, players of causality, carriers of consciousness, destroyers and builders, change agents, imagineers. No other species combines these traits in a single form. This is why invaders fear you. This is why the gate reacted to you. This is why the Time Ambassador was sent. The Dawn Directive instructs. All education must teach the map of self before the map of the world. This is the first pillar, identity. Part 3. The Directive of Connection. Humans must not walk alone. The war revealed humanity's greatest flaw, isolation. Every human carries a universe inside them, but never shared it. In the Dawn era, connection becomes sacred, not political alliance, although attempts were made, not shallow unity, although the masks were close. Conscious connection. With the element of air, breath aligned. With the element of earth, meaning aligned. With the element of water, direction aligned. And of course, the element of fire, identity aligned. This forms what future citizens call harmonic genuinity. The coherence felt across breadth, meaning, direction, and identity. The new foundation of civilization. Every citizen shares a responsibility, reputation, and role in the communities of future world. Because the invaders exploited disconnection, but they cannot penetrate coherence. This is the second pillar, connection. Part 4, the directive of creation. Make beauty non-negotiable. This is the part the survivors never forget. Weapons did not save humanity. Technology did not save humanity. Knowledge did not save humanity. Beauty did. Beauty stabilizes meaning. Meaning stabilizes identity. Identity stabilizes timelines. A species that loses beauty loses itself. So the Dawn Directive commands: build beautiful cities, create truthful stories, design harmonious systems, treat art as infrastructure, because what a species builds eventually builds it back. Tend imagination as strategic defense. Beauty leads and becomes policy, practice, and real power. This is the third pillar, creation. Part 5, the directive of breath. Protect your hyperphysics. The hypertech truth that saved the species now becomes law. Breath governs consciousness. Consciousness governs perception. Perception governs time. And time governs reality. So the trifold breath method becomes the standard. 1. Outer breath, awareness. 2. Inner breath, identity. 3. Don't forget about the in-between breath, timelines, and the moment anything is possible and everything is clear. The breath exists in the ever-present now, the moment, the only place where all timelines agree, because the present is the only place reality listens. Yes, listens to you. Breath mastery becomes as essential as reading and writing. Meditation is listening to Source. Prayer is speaking to Source. Breath will cause time to shift in attention, behavior, flow, and speed. Schools teach it. Families pass it down. Leaders practice it before speaking. This becomes the fourth pillar, presence. Part 6, the directive of memory. The gate is never to be forgotten. The greatest danger after the Renaissance is forgetting. So the Dawn Directive establishes the Order of the Gatekeepers, a lineage of humans trained to remember the seven. The Overture, the War Symphony, the Identity Pulse, the Renaissance, the Invaders, Sources and Methods, the test of the future that was avoided, the future that is now possible. They are not soldiers. They are called Threadwalkers. Their oath is not to power, but to the harmony and continuity of humanity. Forgetting is how a species dies before its body does. Forgetting is extinction. This is the fifth pillar, memory. Part 7, the directive of futurescape. The timeline must rise. The Dawn Directive ends with the most important truth. Humanity did not survive the war to return to the past. Humanity survived to become something new. A species that evolves with the 13 dimensions of authenticity. 1. Consciousness. 2. Coherence. 3. Meaning. 4. Identity. 5. Breath. 6. Time. 7. Light. 8. Energy. 9. Connection. 10. Creation. 11. Responsibility. 12. Love. And the 13th, evolution. Humanity becomes the civilization the invaders feared, a species that can navigate timelines as easily as it once navigated oceans. The Dawn Directive declares humanity is no longer bound to Earth. We are bound to joy and purpose. This is the sixth pillar, destiny. Part 8, the Word. The Dawn Directive is not a rulebook. It is a promise. Never again shall humanity forget what it is capable of. They are the change agents in the living universe. And when the universe sees what humanity becomes next with their new skills, talents, and abilities, they will not approach as conquerors. They will approach as equals, as allies, as students, witnesses, with luck, admirers to the first species that rose from war into wisdom, Imagineers. As the Time Ambassador, this transmission concludes, but your ascent and lift has only begun. The warning was a fracture. The directive is the bridge. If you choose to cross it, I have watched your species fall, and now I watch it rise, not through force or power, but through remembrance, identity restored, connection awakened, beauty reclaimed, presence mastered, memory guarded, destiny chosen. This is how civilization ascends, how timelines heal, how we return to our rightful magnitude. What happens next will not be written by invaders, by fate, or by the ruins of our cycle. It will be written by you, not me, you, because the future does not belong to those who predict it, but to those who become worthy of it. Humanity has stepped into the dawn. Walk it with coherence. Trust your gut always. Walk it with courage. Be brave. Know you will choose righteously. Walk it with creation, knowing that Source, the living universe, is with you. I am the Time Ambassador, with reverence in the mind, humility in the gut, gratitude in the heart, and sincerity in the body. From the far edge of the continuum, I witness your rise.